welcome to Campbell Field here in beautiful Corbin, Kentucky on this great early fall night, October the 11th, where we have the traveling team, the Letcher Central Cougars, taking on the Corbin Redhounds here on Bluegrass Sports Nation tonight. I'm Anthony Versailles, joined alongside Mark Young, our producer Matt in the house tonight, Matt Hammonds, and all the good job that he does here. Mark, your thoughts about this game tonight, man? It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it got a good crowd. Letcher Central traveled well, come this far. It's senior night for the Corbin Redhounds, so they're all fired up and got a lot of fans out on the field supporting that. But the Cougars seem loose and ready to play, so let's hope they are.
Well, we've known for years just how well Cougar Nation travels. And before we get into any of this game, this is my first time here in almost 2 years, Mark, and I'm just amazed at what Corbin has done with this facility. Used to, you would see, and we're audio only tonight, by the way, for those of you listening to us, audio only, no video tonight. But they have filled in the end zones on the outside. It used to be like a little, you would drop down, the field would be uneven and everything, that they put a bounce house up here. They have a restaurant that we all talked about that we were getting hungry earlier. But just, it's almost like a mini college to an extent in the end zones, the way you'd see something like Union or UPike or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's set up really nice for the fans. I mean, you see a lot of kids down there running around playing. I saw some on the bounce house earlier. Even on the visitor side, I mean, they got nice seating, and the aroma from that restaurant that you're talking about is awesome.
Yeah, Italian or what have you, And again, tonight, just want to give a brief shout out to some sponsors: Letcher County Farm Bureau, Hatton and Watts Law Office, Buckhorn Children and Family Services. Thank you. I know there are many more. Just wanted to give them, as they will be some of our features tonight. Let's talk here briefly about Corbin. Coming into it, Cade Elam, he's a senior. It feels like he's been here at Corbin for forever. He's played in a couple of state championship games with the Redhounds, and right now this season they are 5-1 on the year, undefeated here at home, 3-0, 1-0, 1-1 on the road, and on a neutral site they are 1-0. They have wins over Pikeville 22-7, North Hardin and Garrett County 52-25. Lexington Catholic here at home, 56-22. Their lone loss came on the road down there in Lexington at Frederick Douglass. They defeated Hazard 51-28. Johnson Central last week in a shootout, 56-51, this Corbin Redhounds team. And also under first-year head coach Joshua Salmons.
Yeah, I mean, they had senior night celebration earlier, and they had a lot of seniors that walked out on the field. So this is a very experienced Corbin team.
Definitely. And I'll tell you what, we'll throw it to our sponsors for 2 minutes. Yeah, we'll go 2 minutes on BSN.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services, from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
I believe in Kentucky. I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
And we are just underway, about to set here between Letcher County Central Cougars and the Corbin Redhounds. Letcher Central won the toss and will receive. We look at Letcher County Central this season so far, 3-3 on the year. Won against Shelby Valley 47-12, lost a tough one to Raceland 21-14 on the road. At home, they beat Bell County 30-4, or lost to Bell County 30-14. Lost a close one to Hazard on the road 32-31, beat Y Central out of Virginia 43-7, and then Breathitt County before their bye week 41-18. This season mark, Letcher County Central 3-1 at home, 0-2 on the road, 3-3 for the season, and it's hard to believe that this is Coach Junior Matthews' 9th year at the helm of Letcher Central.
Yeah, it really is. It doesn't seem like it's been that long ago, but they're doing festivities to start the game here, and it was kind of hard to hear. But one of the things that I like about Coach Matthews' team, he's got these kids with the mindset that Hazard played them a close game, and we played close with Hazard, so we got a shot at this.
Well, I'm going to make an argument here, Mark, because I've seen all the games but Raceland this year. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you could argue that Letcher Central could be 5-1 or 6-0, especially go back to that Bell County game where they had them so close there at home. That halfback toss pass was just a breaker that, that Bell County scored on. But I would go out on a limb and say that, and you're right. Coach Matthews, he's had to face injuries with Kobe Johnson this year, but he has been able to do a great job with this team. And tonight they got their first district matchup here against Corbin. It's going to be a tough one because overall, when you look at this series, these two teams have only played 2 times. Against Corbin 2 years ago here in the playoffs on November the 11th, 49-0. Corbin won that one. And then last year up at Letcher Central on October the 6th, 39-14, Corbin won that one. So 2-0, they lead the overall series.
Well, I think one of the key things here is for a long time, Letcher County Central's been facing those injuries, and right now they're putting a healthy football team on the field.
Yes.
So this is going to be an interesting matchup. It's going to be one of them that it's going to be a tough football game. We know that. But at the same time, like you said, the Cougars' schedule doesn't reflect the ability of ball that they've been capable of playing.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that they'll get all their X's and O's lined up and make a tough ball game for Corbin.
Gunnar Holbrook this season, 10 touchdowns, 8 interceptions on the year, 1,024 yards passing. And Corbin will be kicking off right to left. And they are wearing the red uniforms, white numerals, gray pants, and red and white striped trimmings. Letcher County Central in the road uniforms, white jerseys, blue and black trimmings there, stripes, and then blue numerals, and we'll see what happens here.
If I didn't know better, I'd prefer this as playoffs. The atmosphere is awesome.
And we have a whistle before the kickoff here, so it looks like Corbin will re-kick it here. No time off the clock. Forgot to mention the scoreboards down to our right and left. They look really, really good here. Or just to the right, and we'll see what going to re-kick it here. Of course, we mentioned Cade Elam. He's had a phenomenal year at Corbin throughout his career. Petrowski's always been a big player for the Redhounds. He can catch those balls deep at the tight end position. But the Cougars, one of the things you're going to have to watch on this kickoff, Mark Young, is Brett Smith and Speedy back for the Cougars.
Yeah, it's important that those guys establish a return game early. The thing that I'm really concerned about as far as our defense goes is Corbin's passing game, because they have a good passing game.
Here we go as they re-kick it from the 40. Ball's deep. Smith will let it fly over his head, and it'll go back into the end zone. So Letcher Central will start off at their own 20. This is big. You want to get a district. It's district. You want to, now you're kind of past that point to the season. Of course, the last game that Letcher plays that's not in district is Corbin, but you still want to do good because it's district play now these next 3 weeks.
Oh, absolutely. This is a pivotal game for the rest of their season right here. They have to make a great showing.
And, of course, 7th game for both teams this season. And the Cougars haven't broke the huddle yet. Corbin doesn't have a play clock down here. I was looking for a play clock, but they have not inserted one of those in on the field just yet. But it's 2 wideouts both ways. It'll be Williams to the right of Holbrook running in motion for the Cougars. Brett Smith. They're going to give it to Brett. No, Holbrook's going to keep it. Holbrook goes forward and gets to about 2 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Cougars.
Yeah, that was a nice fake there. They faked the pitch and the sweep to Smith around the right side, and I'm sure later on he's going to get that ball and turn that corner.
Mentioned Eli Petrowski there earlier. He just got the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 8. Actually, they gave him 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. Trips to the left. Smith running in motion. Now 1 wide out to the right. Williams to the right there of Holbrook. Corbin player almost jumped off sides there. Got it back. And now Holbrook looking over there at Coach Matthews trying to get the plays. Comes back out. Brings it straight. We got a half moon here tonight. And here's the handoff to Williams. Williams has some room, goes left to right. He's going to go up, and he's going to have enough for the first down. Williams out to the 31. That's going to be a gain of 8 and a first down Cougars. And that will be their I don't know who's doing their first down here. Oh, Letcher County Farm Bureau. My apology there. Got the first down.
Again, Q did that little stutter step that he does. It's hard to explain if you haven't seen him. But he stands upright. He reads the defense. He reads his blocker. He's got a hand in their back, and he goes from there.
11:20 to go here on the clock. First quarter, no score. Receivers bunched up to the left. Williams to the right of Holbrook. Smith running in motion. Handoff to Smith. He's going right to left. Comes out. Petrowski. It breaks a tackle. But then he's going to lose yards, tackled by just a host of Redhounds. They're going to knock him or put him at the 27. So that's going to be a loss of about 3. This will be 2nd and 13.
Landon Walters strung that play out and held his ground for the Corbin Redhounds. And, I mean, he turned it back inside. He fought off 2 blockers. I mean, did an outstanding job.
Corbin back there in the backfield. Also, Malachi Brown in on that tackle as well, too, there at the very end. As you mentioned, Mark, the speed back there. It's one of the things about Corbin. They are speedsters there. They can get back to you quick in the backfield. They know a way through how to dominate the lines. And we got Smith to the right. Smith sneaking, running right. So that's going to be a handoff to Williams. Williams is going to get back and maybe pick up he's going to get out to about the 32. So we'll say a gain of about 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 8 for the Cougars.
Okay, it's going to be an interesting call here. This deep, this early, you think the Cougars are going to make a punt, or are they going to go for it?
Well, with it being 3rd, yeah, if they can get the yardage here, you're comfortable enough. I think if you got it to a 4th and 1, why not go for it? Bates in on the tackle.
I'm almost betting 46 to get the ball.
Yeah,
Big Kobe
Mr.
Johnson back healthy.
3rd and 8 for the Cougars at their own 32. Same formation. 2 wideouts bunched up left. Williams to the right now. Running in motion is Kinser this time, right to left. Here comes Holbrook looking. Here comes the pressure. Holbrook throws it out of bounds. And if they even had a little more time, that play was developing, and Johnson would have been wide open, and it was intended there for Holbrook or Kinser, but there was nothing Holbrook could do. He had to throw it away.
Yeah, he had to get rid of the ball. He had 3 of Corbin's players hot pursuit right behind him, forced him out of the pocket to the right, chased him all the way to the sideline before he got rid of it.
And now Letcher Central will punt the ball away, and he stepped back deep for the Redhounds.
They only have the 1 player back, so evidently they've been watching some game films.
Smith with a really good kick. It bounces at about the 32 and is going to take a bounce to the 21-yard line. So Corbin will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Yeah, that was a nice punt by Smith. I mean, he just kicked it in the air about 35 or 40 yards, but it took a Cougar roll. And they got good field position to start out here if they can D up.
9:12 on the clock.
I'll make a quick comment. If you notice the clock going in and out, the Jumbotron here is the clock. So it does flash back and forth between the clock and then some like Get Loud logos and things. So if the clock goes out, just give it a second and it'll come back.
Elam under center, trips out to the right, 1 wide out to the left, a back split to the left. Now he goes to the right. And pass out in the flats. It's hot. So on the catch there is Cam Eastep, brought down and maybe picked up maybe about a yard on the play. So it'll be about 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Kinser come up really quick and made the stop there. I mean, he kept it to a short gain. Nice pursuit by the Cougars, though. They was 2-3 more in pursuit as he made that tackle.
8:47 on the clock, first quarter. Here we go. 2 wideouts both ways. Back to the right here. Phelan looking around. Here comes the pressure. He's going to break away. Goes down the right side and is brought up there on the far side. And he is going to be close to the first down. This will be 3rd and about 2 or 1 and brought down by Speedy.
Yeah. Gavin really closed the gap there. He come up quick and shut him down. But it's still a short yardage 3rd down play for the Redhounds.
Letcher Central was 1 of 2 on 3rd downs on that last series. See if they can stop the Redhounds here. 8:05 first quarter, no score. 2 back split both ways. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 wideout to the right. Letcher almost jumped off sides, but got back there. Corbin taking their time. And it's a little bit of a fake there. Looks like it's going to be enough for the first just by a yard. So it should be, we'll see if they mark it, but I believe he got enough for the first down. Mark, I don't see who it was that did it because they did that so quickly.
Just the quarterback sneaks all it was. He just stepped up to the center, snapped the ball. Nobody else he moved. He just fell forward.
2 wideouts both ways. Elam will have a back to his right. It'll be Cole Stevens to his right. 7.5 to go first quarter. No score here in Corbin, Kentucky. Stevens switches now to the left. Going to get the handoff. No, it's a fake by Elam. He's going to pass it over on the left side. Tackled in the backfield, and we're going to have a tackle by, on that, I couldn't see. Brett Smith gets the tackle. And the pass there was out there to Noah.
Yeah.
And now it'll be 2nd and long for the Redhounds.
Yeah, Jed Outlaw come up and stood him up there, and then Smith made the tackle. And they kept him in bounds, too, so it kept the clock running.
7 minutes to go, first quarter, no score. 2nd and 10 now for the Redhounds. It's actually 2nd and 11. They lost a yard on that. Running in the backfield there is Cam Eastep. It's going to be passed out to Cam Eastep. Eastep's going to get over right side, down the sidelines, and he's going to be gone, untouched into the end zone. That's at the 20. The 10-5 touchdown Corbin, and that covers 68 yards, and it's 6-0 Corbin here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was a huge play. He just got on the outside, and once he got on the outside, the only man that we had that could catch him was Brett Smith, and he's on the other side of the field, so there just wasn't any chance to get to him.
6:39 remaining here in the first quarter.
58-yard run.
For the pass, it was actually 68 because they were there at their own 32 and had it there, and it was 68 yards. Yeah, huge. On to do the extra point, and it's good. 7-0 Corbin. Cam Noah hits it, and we will take a 30-second, 1-minute break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. 7-0 Corbin.
Made in America. What does that mean? It means jobs. It means craftsmanship. And when it comes to Vaughn Bassett furniture, it means value. And Kemper recognizes that. That's why they've dedicated an entire gallery to Vaughn Bassett. Made in America. See the quality. And now, see the price. Come see your favorite Kemper store in Hazard, London, or Somerset.
All right. 6:39, still going the first. Score 7-0 favor of Corbin with that 68-yard play. And the point after attempt, their point after kicker is still 100% for the season.
Wow. On the scoring plays, we want to thank Hatton and Watts Law Office, located in Wattsburg. Attorneys Jamie Hatton, Michael Watts, and Nick Whitaker, proudly representing car wreck and personal injury victims throughout the mountains. Also on that first down, Letcher County Farm Bureau, big on commitment, big on Kentucky, and big on Letcher County. 7-0 here. Kick is deep by Noah. Smith will let it sail over for another touchback. Letcher Central will have it at their own 20 to start this drive. Well, Mark, last time they went 1 of 2 on third downs. Quentin Williams was able to get the first down. Got lost in the backfield there on that one play. They had really quarterback pressure, did Corbin. But now Letcher Central, you at least move the ball a little bit. You're wanting to kind of do that again and maybe get some of that momentum back.
Well, absolutely. I mean, they have to do exactly what Corbin done. They have to run the ball, and then get somebody on the outside and execute with that speed.
And what they did is they threw just a little slant pass out to the right and just had it wide open down the right side of the field. Letcher Central, one wide out both ways, back splits both ways. That's Johnson and Williams. Williams to the right, Johnson to the left. Johnson will get the handoff. Johnson runs forward and picks up about 2 yards. We'll call this 2nd and 8 for the Cougars. Just a good run there and was able to get some positive yards.
Yeah, Johnson's their workhorse. I mean, there ain't no doubt about it. If Kobe's running north or south, he's going to gain yards. He very rarely falls backwards. He always falls forward. That's a sign of a good runner.
For sure. 2nd and 8 now here. 7-0 Corbin early on with the lead. Brown again on the tackle for the Redhounds. It's going to be 2 wideouts to the left. Trips jumped up to the right here of Holbrook, and then Williams will be to the right of Holbrook. Good snap. Here comes the pressure, though, on the outside. Holbrook has a good pass, throw, and defense there. It was intended for Outlaw, but good defense there by the Redhounds. This will bring up 3rd and 8. Just nothing you could do. Good coverage there, Mark.
Well, yeah, it was pretty good coverage. Of course, the coaches on the central side is hollering for interference, but at the same time, good timing play. He was right there.
Nashawn Brooks on the tackle or on the breakup there for the Redhounds. 3rd and 8 now for the Cougars. And when they score the touchdowns here, too, wanted to say they do the little lot feature that you see in a lot of colleges there. You like that, Matt?
Yeah, as I was noticing, they had the fireworks on this end, cannon on that end. They got the strobe lights. They've got a real show down here.
1 wide out to the left, trips out to the right. Nobody back with Holbrook. Looking, throws it out in the flats. High to Outlaw, incomplete. And Brooks was right there again. This will bring up 4th down for the Cougars, and they're going to have to punt it from their own 22.
Again, there's the speed you're talking about of the Corbin players. I mean, they literally got by the ball. That was almost a pick 6. I mean, it was that close.
Smith will be back to kick for the Cougars, and back to receive will be Cam Eastep. He's at about Corbin's own 38-yard line. He keeps backing up now to the 37. Smith had a really good kick on that last one, Mark. Let's see if he gets the same one here. Good snap. Rolls out. Oh, nearly blocked. Very fortunate there. Ball bounces at the 47 back in the Redhound territory, and they're going to officially mark it at about it's going to be Corbin at their own 49-yard line. Boy, if Smith waits a second sooner, that's a block.
Yeah, they were real close to blocking that. I'm not sure if the Smith had actually took a flop there and fell down. I'm not sure the referee wouldn't have called the interference or on the roughing the kicker because he was reaching behind his back like he was expecting it, but just got it off. Great job.
7-0 Corbin here in the first quarter, 5:39 to go. Trips out to the right, 1 wide out to the left, back to the left here of Elam. Elam looking again. Here comes the pressure. Throw. Passes caught up at the 48. And Quentin Williams stops it quickly. That's going to be a gain of about 3 yards. And Eastep makes the catch. It'll be 2nd and 7 Redhounds at the Letcher 48.
And one of the things I noticed the Cougars had 3 down linemen. And up to this point, they've only been having 2 with the 5 linebackers staying up behind them. So they changed up the look a little bit and made a good play.
5:10 remaining, 7-0 Redhounds. Corbin taking their time, getting the instructions from Coach Salmons. Going to have trips to the right, 1 wide out to the left. Back is Stevens this time to the right, and he'll get the handoff up the middle. Stevens is going to have enough for the first down, breaks some tackles. He's brought down by Dawson Kinser at the 34-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 14 and a first down, Letcher County Farm Bureau for the Redhounds.
Yeah, I mean, they dominated with 2 down linemen. There was no contest on the line of scrimmage, and once he broke through to the backs, he made 1 cut through the groove and big game.
4.5 to go here. First quarter, 7-0 Hounds. 2 wideouts both ways. A pitch out to Stevens like the option, and he's down to the 20, and he's going to fall down inside the 15-yard line. And on that tackle there, Kinser, as well as in the vicinity of the area, Garrett Howard.
Yeah, I mean, again, like you said, he just ran an option play. When they took the quarterback, he made the pitch, and huge game.
21 yards officially there. 2 wideouts both ways. Stevens to the right of Elam here. 4:08 remaining first quarter. Elam going to take his time, looks over at Coach Salmons to make sure they're getting the right plays. Letcher will bring their receivers up. And now Stevens goes out to the right to be a receiver. Elam has all the time in the world looking, has nobody open, but Sargent gets back there, knocked down. Here's the throw to the end zone, has a man open, and it's caught for a touchdown. Corbin, that comes here again in the first quarter, and another score that covers about 13 yards, and that was by Colton Creekmore, and it's now 13-0 Corbin.
Yeah, I mean, he just had all the time in the world back there. He had great coverage, and he just waited to the receiver that kept moving and found an open spot. So with 3:46 to go, Corbin strikes and makes a second score, 13-0 with a point attempt coming up.
Noah will kick it. Had no problem getting the first one. Here it comes, and he got it. And that was the Hatton and Watts scoring touchdown drive. We'll step out for 30 seconds as Corbin leads it 14-0 here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
.346 left here in the first quarter. Scores 14-0 favor of Corbin. Corbin's getting ready to kick off, and they all huddle up and do this fake onside each time. One of the times I'm expecting them to actually give it a shot.
I think you're right on that, Mark Young. They actually did that a couple of years ago here in the playoffs and got the onside kick. Williams back for the Cougars, as well as Kinser and Smith. And also back there for the Cougars, they have one more player back there at Stevens. Mason Stevens. And here comes the kick by Noah. This one a little bit of a squib. It's going to bounce at the 30, and it's rolling. And I think Corbin got it, and they did. Corbin got it. No Letcher County Central player came to the ball. And on that recovery was Clay Atkins. And now they're going to have it in Cougar territory.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a display of speed. They kicked the ball. It hit about the 30-yard line and bounced once. And on second bounce, Corbin's player caught it.
Bounced right up into his hands. That's with 3:46 in the first. So a technical turnover there. And Corbin will have it at the Letcher County Central 22.
Again, that's an example of speed because he traveled 30-some yards in the time it took the ball to hit one time.
Well, Mark, that goes back to your point to where you're saying you're going to see an onside kick here soon. Well, that necessarily wasn't onside, but it almost, at the very end, it turned out like it. It was a squib kick, and Letcher just didn't come up to the ball, and Atkins just fell right on it.
Right. I think the fake kept drawing more and more people up, and it left the gap back in the middle.
14-0 first quarter. Corbin on top. Stevens to the right of Elam. One wide out to the right. That's Noah. Three bunched up here to the left. And, it's a fumble. But Elam's able to get it, and he fumbles it again. Sargent can't get him, but then Williams tries to chase him down and does, and it'll be brought back at the 28-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 6 for the Redhounds, and that'll bring up 2nd and 16 at the Letcher 28.
Yeah, I mean, that's a perfect example of Elam's experience. I mean, he didn't panic. He fumbled the first time. He picked it up. Fumbled the second time. Was able to pick it up a second time and tucked it in before Q tackled him.
Boy, if Letcher could have gotten that, though, that's 6 the other way.
Yeah, that would have been a huge play.
3:08 remaining here in the opening quarter, 14-0 Redhounds. Two wideouts out to the right, two wideouts to both ways, actually. Stevens to the right there of Elam, taking their time here at the 28. Here's the handoff to Stevens, and he has a wide open hole. He's got one man to beat, and inside the 10-yard line goes Stevens. That'll be a gain of 19, but Kinser wraps him up.
Yeah, Kinser with a good open field tackle there, saved another 6.
And that will be a Letcher County Farm Bureau first down. Big on commitment, big on Kentucky, and big on Letcher County.
I was getting ready to say that they stacked the line, and, man, he shot through a gap and was gone.
Two wideouts both ways, Steven to the left. They go right back to Stevens. This time he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage by Johnson, Howard, several other Cougars. No gain on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd and goal. Also in on that tackle was Brody Griffith for the Cougars.
Yeah, Brody is something else. He's had a lot of injuries this year, but, I mean, he's a tough little fellow. He's out there playing.
2:08 remaining, 14-0, Corbin on top. One wide out hanging out here to the left. Stevens to the right of Elam, and one wide out to the right. It's going to go to Stevens this time up the middle. He's going to go down to the 5-yard line, maybe to the 4, so pick up roughly about 5 yards. This will be 3rd and go, and Tripp Stamper there on the big tackle.
Yeah, Tripp met him at the line of scrimmage, but that was just a great hard run, and he had a couple guys behind him helping push, so good hard-nosed football there.
1:35 remaining here in the first quarter. 3rd and go for the Redhounds. One wide out going each way. Stevens to the right. They're going to hand it to Stevens. He goes left. Stevens has a hole. Stevens looking. He's going to be brought down at the 1, I believe. No, they're saying touchdown. They're saying he got in. Touchdown to Corbin. That is the Hunt and then Hatton and Watts scoring drive for the Redhounds. And that's now 20-0, 1:21 here in the opening quarter.
I mean, he just outran them at the foot race to the corner, and he beat them to the corner. That's a tough break for the Cougars. Going down 20-0, I'm sure it's not what Coach Matthews had in mind to start this first quarter out.
Not at all. Noah on the extra point here for the Redhounds. And we have a lot warning there until they score the touchdown. That was pretty clear. White Hat making that official. And, it's a whole new thing, a whole new dynamic to the game. They're trying to incorporate what they do in the college to the high school, but sometimes that's good, but sometimes you want to wait till all the plays are all the way through, Mark.
Well, I know some people, I've heard them, the argument against that because of people who have epilepsy and stuff, it triggers.
Yes. Noah hits the kick. It's 21-0. Corbin will step out for 30 seconds here on Bluegrass Sports Network.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
$1:21 left in the first quarter. Corbin has extended their lead out to 21-0 over the Letcher County Cougars. And like I said, this is not the start that the Cougars were hoping for. So hopefully they can tighten up the belts a little bit and answer the call here.
It looked really good when Williams got that first down for the Cougars, and then Redhounds quickly made an adjustment with their speed. And now, as you said, going to have to look here to get some offense moving and get some scoring here soon. And back deep, it'll be Kinser, Smith, Williams, and Stevens for the Cougars. Noah to kick it off.
At this time, they only have 2 men back, and they've moved 2 others up. So,
and it's going to go over Smith's head. It bounces at the 1, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. There for a second there, Mark, it looked like there were going to be 4, but as you said, at the last second, Letcher Central brings the other 2 up. And that's what they were doing the first time, because all season long it's either been Stevens and Smith or Speedy back there for the Cougars. That time they were well aware.
Yeah, you could tell that they had made an adjustment because of what happened last time.
Be 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 20. Slight breeze tonight here, but beautiful drive down here. I thought we're definitely seeing the fall colors hit Eastern Kentucky.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful night for football. With 121 left here in the first, we're hoping to see the Cougars get a drive started.
Johnson in the backfield, one wide out both ways. They go to Johnson, but Johnson, he breaks a tackle there, but in the backfield pretty quickly there for the Redhounds is Brown. And Malachi Brown, he's been back there all night. And it'll be no gain on the play, I believe, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they were actually 4 Corbin players behind the line of scrimmage. So, I mean, they're getting great penetration right now. They're making it hard for the Cougars to get anything started.
In the last few years, they have, I'm sorry, actually checked that it'll be a loss of 4. So 2nd and 14, my apologies. Looked like it was a no game, but like you said, they're getting back there. And that's what Corbin's been known for the last few years is they've been strong up front. Of course, they had the Adams twins last year. Johnson gets the handoff, and he's going to get out to about the 24-yard line. So that will be a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Cougars.
Yeah, that was just a good, strong run. He made it through the hole and got in the backfield. I'm surprised that they got away with what I thought was a face mask there, but it was not intentional. But they lassoed him around and made him fall down. So I was surprised they didn't make that call.
Let's see if Coach Matthews gets another play off or just lets this be the last play of the first quarter because I know it's counting down to 1. And, Corbin jumped off sides, no flags.
Yeah, they finally threw it.
Okay. Well, we'll see what the call is because it is the end of the first quarter, and it is going to be offsides. And with that, Mark Young, that's going to be a Letcher County Farm Bureau first down. And they may do one more play here. Let's see if they say it's the end of the first quarter. That's going to be an untimed down. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars, their second first down of the game. They're now 2 of 4 on 3rd down conversions.
Yeah, they just went with a hard count, and they jumped off sides. I mean, they've got to do something to slow down the penetration. So right now they've been guessing the timing perfectly.
Untimed down here, so no time remaining. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 30. 2 wideouts, both are to the left, 1 wideout to the right. It's going to be Johnson behind Holbrook, directly behind him. Holbrook looks over, checks the play, checks the coaches. And here's the snap. Good snap up to Johnson. He goes left, cuts it up middle, and he's going to get about 7 yards on the play, or 6. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Cougars, and that brings us, or 4, that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Corbin, 21, Letcher County Central, nothing here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Hey, Brian Milam here for Appalachian Wireless. When we tell Eastern Kentucky we are you, it's true. We serve 28 counties with retail locations, and with over 300 cell sites, we have more than any other carrier. Keeping you connected, that's Appalachian Wireless.
What does one penny buy? How about an iPhone 13 at Appalachian Wireless? And now you can save up to 50% off select devices.
We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Cougars will start the second quarter with the ball in pretty good field position. Actually, we're talking, 36-yard line? So,
yeah, they're going right to left, by the way, and it's at their own 36, and they were able to get the offsides call there on the untimed down at the end that got them the first down, and then Johnson ended that with a 6-yard run to make it 2nd and 4 for the Cougars.
Yeah, hopefully the Cougars can put a drive together and get some confidence.
Trips to the right, Smith running in motion. On the keeper is Williams, I believe, and he's going to be brought up to the 40. I believe that was Williams on the run there. It was. Quarterback keeper gets out to the 40. This should be close to a first down, and we have, Trent Stamper up a little bit. He's going to go over to the sideline there, and we hope he's okay. Sam Webb will be coming in for him.
Yeah. Sam has played a lot at the line, too, but I hate to see Trent limping off there. Hopefully it's just a cramp, but it didn't look good because it looked like he got leg whooped on that play. The Cougars actually changed up the offense a little bit there and snapped it straight back to Q at quarterback.
That'll be a Letcher County Farm Bureau first down for the Cougars. 4 receivers bunched up to the right, 1 wide out to the left. It's another quarterback keeper for Williams. Williams past the 40. He's going to have a few yards, still on his feet, goes forward, and that's a 6-yard, 7-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, they're just lined up in wildcat formation, for lack of a better term, and snapped it straight to Q there 2 plays in a row, but he comes to the sideline, so they'll switch things up again here, maybe.
I believe Stamper's going to be okay. We see him here to our right. He's just kind of shaking it off here. I think he'll be back out there. Cougars, he's so vital to this offensive line and to this team and his leadership and just the great career he's had at Letcher County Central. Definitely going to need him down the stretch.
Well, absolutely. His dad went down and checked him out and walked off, so I'm sure it's a stinger or something.
Same formation. It was 4 wideouts to the left this time, 1 to the right, and as Williams will go forward, and he'll get 1 yard on the play, so this will be 3rd and 3 for the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, Corbin made a little bit of adjustment there and kind of clogged up the middle, so they're going to have to try to bounce that ball outside some way and get Smith and Q speed involved here.
Actually, they're going to officially mark it, at the 48. So 3 yards to the first down. Cougars need to get to the Corbin 49. Cougars are 2 of 4 tonight on 3rd down conversions unofficially. Clock rolling at 9:50 to go, 2nd quarter, 21-0 Cougars down. Williams in the back, Holbrook out there. Receivers bunched up both sides, and that's going to be an offsides again on Corbin. We'll see here. Yes, it is, and that'll be another Letcher County Farm Bureau first down. So the Cougars now with their first down of the game. And the guilty player there for Corbin jumping off sides there was number 23 on the play, and that was none other than Eli Petrowski, and he very rarely makes those type of mistakes.
Well, I mean, he's lived in the Cougars' backfield the whole game, so now we know why. He's been timing it, and he just jumped a hair too soon. I know Stamper came back on the field during that session.
Same formation for the Cougars. Smith running right to left. They get it off to Williams. Williams has room, and he's going to be close to the 35-yard line. They're going to get him to the 36, and that will be enough for another Letcher County first down, and that's a Letcher County Farm Bureau first down.
Again, Q made that stutter step. He found a seam, and once he finds that seam and gets past that initial contact, he's tough to handle in open field.
9:10 remaining in the 2nd quarter, 21-0 your score. Cougars making a drive here. Same formation. Williams to the left of Holbrook. Corbin almost jumped off sides again. And now Holbrook will check the play over at the sideline from Coach Matthews. Comes back out. This time Williams directly behind Holbrook, and it will be a handoff to Williams. He goes straight in left. Cuts up inside the 34-yard line down to the 33-yard line. So it'll be roughly about a gain of 3, and this will bring up 2nd and 7 for the Cougars.
Yeah, Q was following Big Garrett Harrod to the line there, and they met a whole wall of Corbin players a couple of yards out. So, I mean, it's a tough 2 yards.
8:20 remaining in the 2nd quarter. 21-0 Corbin on top. Cougars looking to get on the board. Kinser comes over to the sideline, and now Holbrook will go to the huddle.
You know Gunnar Holbrook has to be itching to have a big game tonight.
Definitely. We're going to have Jet Outlaw out there to the right and Smith to the left at receivers. Johnson this time directly behind Holbrook. Here's a snap. Good snap off to Holbrook. Goes out to the right. Cuts to the 30. Inside the 30. And falls down to the 21-yard line. And that's a Letcher County Farm Bureau First down, Letcher County, and they're moving just outside the red zone of the Redhounds.
Yeah, and that looked like the Kobe Johnson load there. Once he got that open territory, he picked him out of defensive back and took off after him. Nice, strong run by the Cougars. Cougars got some momentum if they can keep it going.
About 11 yards on the play there, maybe about between 8 and 11 yards, and now 7:29 remaining, 1st and 10 at the Corbin 22. It's going to be Smith and Outlaw again. Smith out to the left, Outlaw to the right. You're going to have Johnson to the right of Holbrook. Holbrook gets it. He keeps it to the right, inside the 20. Tries to break a tackle and does. Gets to the 15, and that'll be all. That'll be a gain of 7, so 2nd and 3rd for the Cougars.
Yeah, again, that was just a read that he made. Instead of giving it, he kept it and made a great run. I mean, he's 3 yards short of a first down.
Yeah.
So
got to get to the 12 now. And on that tackle for Corbin was Max Farmer.
Yeah. Holbrook just called his own number there and made a big gain out of it. I don't think Corbin was expecting him to keep it and run it to the naked bootleg side, so to speak.
Same formation again, except this time Johnson directly behind Holbrook with one receiver each way. Smith and Outlaw. 6:25 to go, second quarter. 21-0 Redhounds leading. Off to Johnson. Johnson is going to bounce out to the left. He's going to keep going. He'll only gain a yard on the play, though. So he's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Redhounds. And on the tackle there was Luke Hatfield.
That was a great open field tackle, because if he doesn't make that play, Johnson's in the end zone.
3rd and short for the Cougars. Unofficially 3 of 5 on 3rd downs tonight. Check that, 3 and 6, 3 for 6. My apologies there. Had missed one earlier. All right. One wide out each way. That's Outlaw to the right, Smith to the left. This time, Johnson's going to be to the left of Holbrook. 5:40 remaining until halftime. Handoff to Johnson. And he's wrapped up immediately in the backfield. Brown in on the tackle, as well as Luke Hatfield. And now this is going to bring up 4th down for the Cougars and a loss of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, their linebackers just keying on Johnson on these short plays. I mean, they literally, everywhere he goes, they're shadowing him and meet him at the line of scrimmage.
Check that, loss of 3. So this is going to be 4th, and they got to get it down to the 12-yard line, I believe, or to the 13. Here we go. Same formation, one wide out both ways. Johnson behind, Holbrook trying to draw him off sides. If you're Letcher Central, you want to get points on this drive because you've had the ball for so long, Mark Young.
Yeah, it's important that they at least get some of this points back.
And we'll have a timeout. Letcher County Central will step out to 30 seconds here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Corbin leads it 21-0.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Okay, 21-0, but the Cougars are threatening here on a big 4th down play. They have the ball, looks like on about the
16, at the 17-yard line.
And they got to get past the 12 in order to get a first down.
4:46 remaining, and that was a good timeout there by Coach Matthews. The Cougars will have 2 left. Corbin has all 3. This time, Brett Smith's to the right on the wideouts, Outlaws to the left. Johnson's to the left of Holbrook. Holbrook's going to keep it. He throws it, has a man, and it's incomplete, intended for Smith. In on the breakup there for the Redhounds, and that's a turnover on downs. And now that'll be Corbin will have the ball at their own 17. That was a good play, but if Smith could have somehow, and he's a little shaken up, if he could have somehow gotten past that and Holbrook could have had it just a beeline to the end zone, you're looking at 6 points, Mark Young.
Yeah, that was a little behind Smith. I mean, he reached back for it, but he just couldn't do it.
Cougars now 3 of 7 on third downs tonight. Kept the ball there for a long time. Now Corbin looking to maybe capitalize here. 2 wideouts both ways. This time Stevens, going to be to the right. He gets the handoff, nearly trips and falls to about the 19-yard line. So that will be a gain of 2 for Corbin.
Yeah, that was a good defensive stand by the Cougars. Big Jackson Meade stepped up in there and met him at the line of scrimmage. And
Jackson Meade's had a really good year this year on kickoffs, too.
yeah, Jackson is a big, strong kid and can kick the ball well.
4:15 remaining until halftime. 21-0 Corbin. 2 wideouts both ways. Stevens to the right there of Elam. Here's Elam looking. Williams is back there. Thrown, and the pass is complete out to Creekmore down the sideline out to the 33-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 16, and that will be a Letcher County Farm Bureau first down.
Again, I can't. I sound like a broken record, but I can't help say how cool and calm he is with all the experience he had to get rid of that ball and make a completion. The Cougars were breathing down his shirt collar hot and heavy.
2 wideouts to the left, 1 wideout to the right. Stevens to the right of Elam. High snap, pass complete out in the flats to Noah. He breaks some tackles, has some room up to the 50, but is tripped up on the far side. That's enough for another Letcher County Farm Bureau first down, and that is a tackle there by Dawson Kinser up at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, if Dawson doesn't trip him up, he's gone. I mean, down the sideline. That was the same type of play that they did to score their first score with. So, great save by Kinser on that play.
Check that. That was E-step on the catch, and that was actually a gain of 18. So they're in Letcher County territory at the 49. Fake to Stevens. Elam has time. Throw passes incomplete as it was intended for Creekmore. Right there for the Cougars was Brett Smith, and on that coverage there, the Cougars doing a really great job. Stopping and being right there was Keaton Fields.
Yeah, they had 2 or 3 folks there. Actually, if the Corbin guy didn't actually get a hand on it, Brett Smith was zeroed in on that pass. I mean, he was ready to catch it.
2nd and 10 for the Redhounds. Off to Stevens this time, left side. Boy, look at that speed. He's going to have enough for a Letcher County Farm Bureau first down. Still on his feet and goes all the way down to the 20-yard line, Letcher County Central red zone. And that's a gain there of 29 yards.
Yeah, again, Kinser was able to get him down. If not, it's a score. I mean, Kinser's making a lot of great plays and a lot of great tackles. Unfortunately, they're downfield.
21-0 Corbin up. 3:05 to go in the second quarter. Hand off to E-step. He goes left to right and breaks a tackle from Williams and is going to get to about the 15-yard line, actually 14. So that'll be a gain of about 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5 Corbin.
Yeah. Again, Kinser come up and made the initial contact, grabbed his ankles, and Q put him to the ground.
2:40 in the clock ticking. And actually, check that. It's gain of 6 on that play because they were at the 20. I was thinking they were at the 19. But they are at the 14 of Letcher County Central. 2 wideouts both ways. Stevens now switches from right to left. And they're going to fake the handoff to him. Pass out in the flats. It's caught to Noah.
Brett Smith, and Noah, nice open field tackle.
Noah gets it to the 5-yard line. And that should be enough for a Letcher County Farm Bureau first down. And it is. So another first down for Corbin. And they're knocking on the door with 1st and goal from the 5.
Yeah, again, that was a good open field tackle by Smith, or he was gone.
SEMA picked up 4 yards on that play. 2 minutes to go until halftime. 21-0 Corbin on top. 1 wide out to the right. And E-step going left to right, and we're going to have a flag on the play or whistle, maybe a timeout, maybe. We'll see what they call. I do not see a flag anywhere, Mark Young. Do you?
I did not see one, but they stopped the clock for something.
No indication yet. I don't know if they were trying to substitute someone or didn't get, or maybe somebody's helmet was loose, but it'll be 1st and goal regardless from the 5. Clock rolling at 1:45. until halftime. 1 wide out to the right, 2 to the left. Now that's going to be Elam running in motion off to Stevens. Stevens has it, but he's going to be wrapped up behind the 5-yard line to the 6. Loss of 1.
Yeah,
Bunch of Cougars right there, Mark Young, even Garrett Howard in on that play.
Yeah, Garrett Howard and Big Kobe Johnson, and those two guys are tough to get through one-on-one, much less both of them hitting it. So they made a nice stand right there. Actually, if anything, may have lost a yard.
2nd and 6 did. They were at the 5, lost 1 yard, 1:10 to go until halftime. We're going to have a whistle again. We'll see if this is a timeout.
Cougars jumped on.
I do see the pink flag on the red side there, and they're going to say encroachment.
Yep.
So this will be half the distance to the goal. So it'll put it about at the 2-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal. Boy, you hate to see that after that 1-yard loss by the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, they'd made a good goal line stand there and then jumped the next play.
And, Mark, that's the first penalty on the Cougars tonight. Hadn't committed one until almost halftime here.
Yeah, they've been well disciplined.
2 wideouts both ways. Stevens to the left. And it's going to be a keeper. There's the option again out to Stevens. Stevens isn't going to go far, though. No gain on the play. Tackled by Kobe Johnson, and I couldn't get the other Cougar there on the far side. Might have been Brett Smith. So this will be 3rd and goal for Letcher Central.
Actually, believe it or not, that's Kent's all the way over on that side. Nope, it's number 3. It's not Kent's.
That was Stevens.
Yeah,
Stevens. Mason Stevens.
Mason Stevens come up and made a nice play.
Corbin, 30 seconds to go until halftime. 3rd and goal at the 2. They have it officially marked. 1 wide out to the right, 2 to the left. Stevens to the right. He's going to get the handoff, has a gaping hole, is tackled at the goal line, but falls right into the end zone. And that will be a Hatton and Watts touchdown for Corbin. That makes it 27-0. Stevens from 2 yards out.
Yeah, I mean, they come up, the linebackers came up, but his momentum took him on into the end zone. I mean, there's really nothing you can do there. It's just hard-nosed football for the Redhounds.
Comes with 19 seconds remaining in the first half. SEMA on for the extra point attempt. The snap is good. Kicks on the way. SEMA gets it. 28-0. Corbin leads it. We'll step out for 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
With 19 seconds left to go in the second quarter, Corbin is getting ready to kick off the ball to the Cougars after that scoring drive. Makes the score right now 28-0. That's a big turnaround after the Cougars drove all the way down into the red zone, but couldn't get it in.
And as you said, a big turnaround too, Mark, because Corbin will have the ball to start the second half. We'll see if Coach Matthews tries to get some plays drawn up here. He still has 2 timeouts. Corbin will probably kick it back into the end zone like they have all but one time tonight. Well, 2 times actually, and one time it cost the Cougars.
Yeah, he's got it stood straight up, so he's going to kick it deep.
Noah Sema on the kickoff here. It's going to be a little bit of a squib kick. It bounces, and the Cougars have it. I believe that's Outlaw. Can't see the number completely, but Letcher Central in it. No. And on the recovery there for the Cougars was Connor Hall. So Hall will have it, or got it, and Letcher Central will have it at their own 32.
Yeah, they've got 19 seconds to try to make something happen here before halftime. And then the thing is, Corbin gets the ball back the second.
Yeah.
To start the second half.
We'll see what Holbrook and company can do. They officially mark it now at the 33. So Letcher will have, check that, at their own 38. So they'll have it at their own 38. 19 seconds to go, 2 timeouts. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. You got 1 wide out both ways. Williams to the right of Holbrook. Actually, Johnson, 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the protection, the fake handoff to Williams. Here's the throw. He's got Smith. The ball comes in, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Brooks. Also in there on the play close to the breakup was Cam Eastep. Oh, so close. 2nd and 10 now for the Cougars. 12 seconds remaining until halftime. 7 seconds go off the clock.
Yeah, I mean, again, Holbrook's throw was rushed by Griffin Bates there for Corbin. I mean, he was breathing down on him hard, and the pass ended up a little bit short. Smith had to come back for it, but he had his man beat.
This time trips out to the left, one wide out to the right. Williams to the right of Holbrook. 12 seconds to go until halftime. Hand off to Williams. Williams is going to run, gets a few. See, they give him about a yard on the play. And that'll be the last play of this first half. Your score at halftime. Corbin, 28. Letcher County Central, 0. We will step out for 4 minutes on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Made in America. What does that mean? It means jobs. It means craftsmanship. And when it comes to Vaughn Bassett furniture, it means value. And Kemper recognizes that. That's why they've dedicated an entire gallery to Vaughn Bassett. Made in America. See the quality. And now, see the price. Come see your favorite Kemper store in Hazard, London, or Somerset.
I believe in Kentucky. I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
Hey, Brian Milam here for Appalachian Wireless. When we tell Eastern Kentucky we are you, it's true. We serve 28 counties with retail locations, and with over 300 cell sites, we have more than any other carrier. Keeping you connected, that's Appalachian Wireless.
What does one penny buy? How about an iPhone 13 at Appalachian Wireless? And now you can save up to 50% off select devices.
We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
We're here at halftime. Corbin is leading the Letcher County Central Cougars 28-0. But one of the things that I've noticed, Anthony, at the defense for Corbin shifts according to the way the Cougars line up. So the Cougars have to come up with some way to spread them out so they can get something going on offense. They've got a couple of drives, and both of those drives that they had was spread offense.
Definitely. And they've had a couple of passes just been broken up at the last second. A couple passes have been a little short, but that's been due to the defense of Corbin getting in the backfield to Holbrook. And it's, it looked promising there. Letcher Central was able to get a first down on their drive, but then lost a few yards and had to punt it away. And then they had the ball for so long when they were trailing 21-0. Looked like they could possibly score. Got the ball down to the 14-yard line of Corbin. Just came away a little bit short of some points, and then Corbin adding that last touchdown right before halftime to make it 28-0. But the Cougars, through all this, outside of that one little special teams gaffe, hasn't had too many mistakes, only one penalty in this game so far.
Yeah, they've been very disciplined. Like you said, only one flag on their side, where Corbin's had, I think, 3.
Yes.
But at the same time, they just haven't been able to execute what we've seen them execute in the past against this Corbin team.
We'll take another 3-minute break here at halftime. 28-0. Corbin leads it over Letcher County Central here on Bluegrass Sports Network.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
At HCTC, we've got you covered. While you focus on completing your certificate, diploma, or degree, our success coaches will connect you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Stay on your path to success at HCTC. Call today at 606-487-3293. We'll never underestimate you.
Hey, Brian Milam here for Appalachian Wireless. When we tell Eastern Kentucky we are you, it's true. We serve 28 counties with retail locations, and with over 300 cell sites, we have more than any other carrier. Keeping you connected, that's Appalachian Wireless.
What does one penny buy? How about an iPhone 13 at Appalachian Wireless? And now you can save up to 50% off select devices.
We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Made in America. What does that mean? It means jobs. It means craftsmanship. And when it comes to Vaughn Bassett furniture, it means value. And Kemper recognizes that. That's why they've dedicated an entire gallery to Vaughn Bassett. Made in America. See the quality. And now, see the price. Come see your favorite Kemper store in Hazard, London, or Somerset.
I believe in Kentucky. I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
And we're back here at the halftime. The Corbin is celebrating their KSH scores on the field right now, which I think is kind of neat because they're doing it in such a public setting. But one of the things that I have to mention, Anthony, before we go any further, they've announced several times that they're taking up money for the flood victims of Tennessee and North Carolina today and tomorrow. So kudos to them for doing that, and prayers to all those people down there.
100%, Mark. And you just kind of I had a lot of energy, but you brought me down low, but in a good way. 2 years ago, you and I, just over 2 years ago, traveled as we covered Letcher County Central to Unicoi County, Tennessee. They treated us so well down there. I know it was David Crockett hosting, but still, that place couldn't have been any more kind to us. Great facilities there. We bragged about how good the facilities were there. And, before we got there, we had a fun experience and everything like that. But just it was a rainy day and all that. But thoughts and prayers to everybody in Western North Carolina, Unicoi County, Tennessee. I know Damascus, Virginia got hit pretty hard as well, too. And so they're going through. I know it may have been hit a little bit harder than what we went through, but the impact they had, we did as well too there 2 years ago. And so we can relate. I know a lot of people in Letcher County and Eastern Kentucky have been going out there and helping the people and getting stuff out there to those victims. So I agree with you. Thoughts and prayers, and hope they can build back soon.
Yeah, well, as much damage that I've witnessed so far, it's going to take them some time to get things built back. I mean, because they were significant damage, and there's several little small towns that are completely erased.
Like Chimney Rock and Black Mountain, North Carolina, and 100%. And then you think about with the weather too. I had seen some reports, don't know how true they are, just some reports that I-26 and may not be looked to be rebuilt again for another year, parts of it.
Well, you've had two sections of 40 that literally got forced away.
Yeah. And on a more interesting note, and wanted to say this, as you mentioned before we talked about that, was what about the Vanderbilt Commodores shocking the college football world? Let me tell you, let me just cite it up. Kentucky had a bye week. Took it easy. It was the beginning of our fall break. I said, I'm going to take it easy, rest, watch a little football today. Well, I was watching a little bit of Ole Miss in South Carolina because I wanted to see what happened there, and that was a blowout. But anyway, Vandy's up 20-7. I see in that 13-0 at one point. They go and shock the world. That quarterback is something else for Vandy. And then before you say anything about that, what made it even better? And I want to say this anytime. The Hogs of Arkansas took down the Vols in the nightcap. It was a great day of college football for me.
Well, and I agree with you. I was actually out of town. I was in Tennessee when that happened. So I kind of had to celebrate a little more quietly, but at the same time, I did celebrate as well.
And now it's just amazing. And I think tomorrow night is going to be, as they say today, lit at Commonwealth. I think it's going to be a good game between Vanderbilt and Kentucky. I believe it's homecoming. It's going to be a night game, Commonwealth or Kroger. I still say Commonwealth is going to be rowdy. I'm going to be there and excited. And I look for it to be a very entertaining matchup, see how the defense is going to be. Matt, what did you think about last weekend with college football?
Wild weekend. Yeah. And my favorite part was that the week before, Nick Saban gave that epic soundbite. That's the only good place to play in the SEC would be at Vanderbilt. That's the only easy place to play. And then Alabama had to back it up the next week by losing there. So that was an awesome moment there. But so kind of jealous you get to go tomorrow night, but me and Mark actually will be in Letcher County tomorrow night. BSN will be broadcasting some of the middle school games going on over there. We will have the B team consolation game, which is Floyd Central versus McGoffin. Sorry, B team championship. I'm sorry. Excuse me. B team championship, which is, like I said, Floyd Central versus McGoffin. And then the A team consolation, which will be Fleming Neon versus Eastridge. And then followed by the nightcap, the A-team championship, the Letcher Central versus McGoffin County game. So,
and let me be honest with you, I would love to be there. I just bought these tickets back in March, and so that would be great. I'm hoping that's a really great turnout. Sounds a lot of exciting. I know you everything had told me about it earlier this week, but yeah, that's great for the youth, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Mark, I know you've seen a lot of Neon and other Letcher County middle school games. Kind of talk a little bit about that, because that is the feeder program that goes into Letcher County Central. Talk about just how some of the teams have fared this year.
Well, Fleming Neon has struggled at times, but they came on strong. They had a lot of kids that played for them this year that had never played ball before. Great kids, and they kept growing all year long. Coach McCray and all of his assistant coaches did a great job up there. They played the first round of the EKMC tournament at home and got a big win during the monsoon. and then the second round, they played McGoffin County at McGoffin and lost that game as well. So it was a close game, but that set up this championship game coming up against Letcher Central is playing tremendous football this year. I mean, they really worked on it, but you can't shake McGoffin County. McGoffin County's got a strong team, so all of these games should be great matchups.
And I know you and Matt I'll be there in spirit with y'all. Y'all are looking forward tomorrow to doing that, and it should be a great tournament tomorrow there at Letcher County Central High School, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And just want to say, we just got to cross the news wire. Just thoughts and prayers out to football player for Paintsville. Wish you well, number 14, whatever's going on there. Thoughts and prayers to them. And I'll tell you what, we'll take our final halftime break. We'll step out for 60 seconds here on BSN. 28-0, Corbin.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Hey, Brian Milam here for Appalachian Wireless. When we tell Eastern Kentucky we are you, it's true. We serve 28 counties with retail locations, and with over 300 cell sites, we have more than any other carrier. Keeping you connected, that's Appalachian Wireless.
What does one penny buy? How about an iPhone 13 at Appalachian Wireless? And now you can save up to 50% off select devices.
We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
We're here at Campbell Field getting ready to start the second half. We're just seconds away from the kickoff. The Corbin's already on the field. The Cougars are going out now. The ref's getting ready to spot the ball for the kickoff. The Cougars has to kick off to Corbin to start the second half, and they're trailing 28-0.
Cougars will be kicking it off left to right. And again, this is audio only here on BSN tonight. Jackson Meade will kick it off. I believe next week up at Perry County Central, it will be video as Matt. And it'll be you and a guy that I know very well, Joe Begley, doing the game. So hope you all have a great time there doing that next week, Mark Young. And it should be interesting. Be another district game, but the Cougars here going to try to claw their way back into this one. Here we go on the kickoff. Meade down the left side. This one's going to sail out of bounds at the 27-yard line. We're seeing those pinkish red flags on the side there. I keep thinking there's somebody's trying to challenge it, Mark Young. But that's only just the second penalty there on Letcher County Central. So it'll be 1st and 10, Corbin at their own 35.
Yeah, I mean, the Cougars are sporting a lot of pink as well. So.
Well, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Absolutely. So they're supporting that cause and thoughts and prayers for those people who have to deal with that.
That is such a good cause to get behind and just 1st and 10 from the 35. Corbin on their own 35, and see if Stevens still has some jet motors left in him. He was really running hard there in the first half. For the Redhounds, trips to the right, one wide out to the left. Stevens now switches from left to right to Elam. The fake, pass out in the flats to East Step. Down the right side, has some room. Williams in on the tackle, and Kinser down on the far right side. And that's going to be a gain of about 9 on the play. This will be 2nd and 1 for Corbin. No, they're actually going to say 1st down. So that is a Letcher County Farm Bureau 1st down Corbin.
Yeah, that. Actually, after they got up out of the pile there, that was Speedy and Q that made the tackle there, but big gain.
9 first downs unofficially for Corbin in this game. Trips to the right, one wide out to the left, off to Stevens. He goes right up the 45 to the 50 inside Cougar territory, still going down to the 40-yard line, and that'll be another Letcher County Farm Bureau 1st down. Corbin's 10th. Garrett Howard in on the tackle, and that was a gain of 15 for the Redhounds.
Yeah, Corbin has come out really firing on all cylinders, and the Cougars seem a little flat after the halftime break.
11-10 remaining third quarter, 28-0, Letcher County Central trailing Corbin. Good crowd here still on hand tonight. Still got they made like a little end zone too behind the end zone for the kids to throw football in and kind of gated that area off there for them just a little bit. Here is the pressure, and Williams, the ball is loose. And it's still loose. Did the Cougars fall on it, or do the Redhounds have it? And I believe the Redhounds have it. Oh, Sam Webb, Williams, Kanan Sargent, so many of them. Garrett Howard in on the play. But that's going to be a loss for the Redhounds, and that's going to be a loss of 6, so it'll be 2nd and 16.
Again, he had the poise as a quarterback to get back on the ball. That's 3 times he's done it this game. He's fumbled and not turned over the first one yet.
2 wideouts both ways. Stevens to the right. Check that. Actually on the handoff here down the left side, that is Clay Atkins. And if the ball is he going to know they're going to say, oh, Letcher Central got the ball, fumble. And that is recovered by Jackson Meade. And on that fumble there was Clay Atkins. He was the one that got the recovery on the kickoff there, fumbles it, and Letcher Central forces the first turnover of the game with 10:06 remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, that was a big play for the Cougars. Hopefully they'll get a little momentum going here because they've come out flat the second half. So maybe that's what it took to get them sparked up.
28-0 your score. We did get a halftime score. Hazard up 41-0 over Paintsville. We find out any other scores, we'll tell you. Trips to the left, one wide out to the right. Williams to the left of Holbrook. Holbrook has time, throws it. Oh, pass intended for Outlaw. It's a little over above his head down the right side, but Brooks was right there. Could have nearly picked it off. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Cougars.
Yeah, he definitely went for the pick 6. I mean, he didn't even try to cover the defender. He was shooting a gap trying to get the ball.
And we have an illegal procedure on the Cougars, so back them up 5 yards, so that'll be 1st and 15 for the Cougars.
It was kind of funny. The Corbin kid that missed that interception thought they called something on him. He was like, "What did I do?"
Brooks, the senior, looking a little, well, with being the veteran, he's like, "What did I?" Yeah, he would be. Trips out to the left, one wide out to the right. You're going to have Williams to the right of Holbrook here. 10:02 remaining third quarter, 28-0 Redhounds. And Holbrook's going to keep it. Bounces off to the left. He's at the 30 to the 35. Ooh, takes a mean tackle. Falls all the way out to the 38-yard line. So that's a gain of 10, and that'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Cougars.
Yeah, that was a nice run. Corbin actually had blitzed on this side of the ball, and the play was going away from them. So the blitzer actually was one ended up making that tackle on the other side of the field. That lets you know how hard they're pursuing.
9.5 to go, third quarter. A little bit of a breeze here.
Beautiful night.
Yeah, perfect football weather. Williams to the right there, Holbrook, left, and we're going to have a timeout on the field, Letcher Central. It is 28-0. Corbin will step out for 30 seconds on BSN.
I believe in Kentucky. I believe in Kentucky.
I believe the good guys win.
I believe in cops and firefighters.
I believe in lending a helping hand.
I believe tough times make strong people.
I believe in insurance that's there in good weather and bad.
I believe in sticking together.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
With 9:12 to go, the Cougars are back on the ball now and getting ready to see what play that coach came up with on the sideline. Still trailing 28-0.
Williams to the right. Smith in motion left to right. Handoff to Williams, and he's met immediately. And they're going to mark him at about just past the 41. So this will bring up third down. And actually, I'm sorry, check that. That's at the 37. So it'll be 3rd and short for the Cougars.
Yeah, big Malachi Brown here on the defensive end on left side was literally there when they handed him the ball. I mean, he just went straight in, untouched.
And that's been the story all night. Corbin's up front. There are 4 up front have been able to get back there tonight against the Cougars. And, of course, last year Corbin had the 2 twins that went to Kentucky, the Adams twins, I believe, and met both of those players last year. Good guys. Trips to the right, 2 wideouts to the left. See if the Cougars can hold off that Corbin pressure. Holbrook has time. Here's the throw. Pass is complete. And that's going to be enough for a Letcher County Farm Bureau first down. And the Cougars, with their 5th of the game,
nice catch,
and that was by Branham.
Yeah, Keeson Branham there. Mm-hmm. You can hear the dad right outside the window cheering them on there. So that was a nice pass right in the middle. That seems to be the only seam with the way they're lining up that the Cougars have available. They just got to buy time for Holbrook to make a pass.
7th first down unofficially for the Cougars. 1 wide out to the right, 2 to the left. Oh, Corbin jumped off sides, and there's going to be a flag. Put it up 5 yards, and that'll put the Cougars into Redhound territory at the 49-yard line of the Redhounds. So, you got to take that.
Yeah, that's, they had 3 linebackers that was stunting on that play. So, I mean, they were coming. So, they're not going to give them a chance to sit back there and make the passes. So, evidently, they've got some confidence in what Holbrook's capable of doing, and they don't want to give him any time.
Last time the Cougars got it into Corbin Redhound territory, they got it all the way down to the 14. Couldn't get it on 4th down. Let's see what they can do here. 1 wide out to the right, trips to the left. Williams behind Holbrook. Checking the play. 7:25 to go in the third quarter. 28-0 your score. Here comes Holbrook. Has all time to throw. Goes rolling right. He's still looking. Pass is caught by Branham again. Branham into Redhound territory at the 36, close to the 35, and that'll be another Letcher County Farm Bureau first down, and the Cougars eighth of the game.
And again, that's it. Finding the seam in the middle of the defense. And like I said, that so far, that's the only openings that they've been able to find. They've had great coverage out on the corners.
7 minutes to go, third quarter, 28-0. Cougars trailing it. 2 wideouts both ways. Williams to the right. Running in motion is Smith, left to right. Holbrook rolls to his right, has time, looking. Oh, but right in the backfield there is none other than Malachi Brown. And huge sack there all the way up to the Corbin 46. Big loss there, and it'll be second and long for the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, he just got great penetration, and when Holbrook tried to reverse and go to the other side of the field, he just grabbed him and swung him down like a rag doll.
And that was a loss of 10. So it'll be second and 20. Ball spotted at the Corbin 46 with 6:15 to go here in the third quarter. Trips out to the left, one wide out to the right. Williams to the right of Holbrook.
These linemen for the Cougars have lived a hard life because they brought everybody.
Snap is good. Holbrook on the keeper, has space on the outside to the left. He's up to the 35, gets close to the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him about there. So a pick up there for the Cougars. That's going to be about a gain of 15 yards, and it's going to be third and about 2.
Yeah, that was a great run. I mean, he just tucked it under. He had the blockers out in front of him. He followed his blockers well. And Corbin wasn't able to pursue from behind like they have been. So that was the difference in that play and what they've been doing earlier.
Check that out because of the penalty or the sack, excuse me. It'll be 3rd and 5. Cougars, 5:20 to go here in the third quarter. 2 wideouts both ways. Williams to the left. Good snap. Fake handoff. Passes top to Branham. Inside to Redhound territory. All the way down to about the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and another first down. Letcher County Farm Bureau for the Cougars.
Yeah. Holbrook stepped up there and made a throw, but, man, he took a lick for that. I mean, they was coming hard, and they went ahead and lowered the boom on him, but the White Hats didn't call anything there, so it's just one of those bam plays.
4:50 to go here in the third quarter. Cougars trailing at 28-0. Second trip to the red zone tonight. 1 wide out to the left. Williams behind Holbrook. 2 wide outs bunched up to the right. It's Outlaw and Smith. They come back and look to check the play. Actually have another wide out right there too. So 3 bunched up to the right. Here we go. Snap is off to Williams. It's good. Williams can't get anywhere. Met immediately. May have gotten about 2 yards loss on the play, and Brown, again, he's been back there all night, so it'll be 2nd and 12 for the Cougars.
Absolutely. We've had to call his name quite often. He's lived in the Cougar backfield most of the ball game. A great play there. He came from the defensive end over in, the 4-hole and made the tackle. So, I mean, he's just really shooting the gaps, playing really well and aggressive.
4 minutes remaining in the third quarter, 28-0. Cougars trail it. Williams to the left of Holbrook, trips to the right, 1 wide out to the left. 2nd and 12. Holbrook's going to keep it, maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage to the 18, so this will bring up 3rd and about 8 for the Cougars.
Smith ran a slant pattern towards the cones in the end zone. If Holbrook can buy enough time, or the line can buy enough time to get him to hang it up there, I think Smith had his defender beat.
Check that. They gave him a gain of 1 on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Cougars. Trips to the right, 1 wide out to the left. Williams to the right of Holbrook. 3:10 remaining. Good snap. It's low. Handoff to Williams. Tries to shake and bake. Gets out to about the 16. So this is going to be 4th down. That's going to be a pickup of 3. So that will be about 4th and 8 for the Cougars. Got to get something here, Mark.
Yeah, they're trying to establish a running game so you can open up the passing game a little more. And, I mean, they're just not able to run the ball against Corbin right now. Corbin stacking the box. They're sending linebackers and making it hard to even pass because they're on you before you get set up.
About 2.5 to go here in the third quarter. Cougars inside the Corbin red zone. We have a whistle and we have a timeout. Letcher County Central. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
And we're back here with the Cougars still talking to the coaches after that timeout. We're going on a big 4th and 10 from the 13-yard line, looks like.
17.
17-yard line, excuse me.
28-0 your score here.
Thinking.
And the Cougars here, with it being 4th and about 9, they got it down to the 14 earlier. So we'll see what they do here with 2:25 remaining. 1 wide out to the right, 2 to the left. Actually, 1 out there to the left. Back. It's going to be Johnson behind Holbrook in the running back position. The fake off to him. They're back there. Here's the pass towards the end zone. Oh, almost had the catch, but it's broken up by none other than Brooks. Great run as Outlaw had his man beat there on the right side, but Brooks just at the right second knocks the ball away. That's turnover on downs, but a great play design for the Cougars. Almost brought it down for 6.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good pass, good route. It just good defensive play. He got his hands in there at the last second and knocked the ball out. I mean, that's all you can ask for any player on either side there. They all performed well.
2:18 to go, third quarter, 28-0. Redhounds out on top. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. They're going to hand it off to Stevens. Stevens going to go up the middle and is brought down right up in the gaping hole there. Will pick up a couple of yards, close to 3. And that was a great tackle by Garrett Howard. You know, Letcher Central was able to get that far because they had fumbled Atkins. Corbin did, and Letcher Central had momentum on that. Just couldn't come away with any points.
Yeah, that was the only turnover of the game so far. Both teams have played pretty clean football.
I think we've only seen about 6 penalties, maybe 7 total in this game. It's about even there, too. Wideouts both ways. For the Redhounds, Stevens off to the right there of Elam. 1:40 remaining third quarter. Pass out to Estep. He shakes and bakes, has some room. He'll have the Letcher County Farm Bureau first down. Outlaw there in on the tackle, and then he breaks away from him. Williams, and also on top of that, Garrett Smith on there as well, too. And there was another Letcher County player there as well on the tackle, none other than Colton Stidham.
Yeah, they just kind of swarmed him there. But again, that's after the first down yardage.
Estep has been all over it tonight with those short passes. 1st and 10 up at the 37. Off to Stevens this time. He's going to go out to the 50, breaks a tackle, and as Kinser drives him out of bounds, Garrett Howard makes sure he stays down. They're going to be out at the 41-yard line, and that'll be another Letcher County Farm Bureau first down.
Yeah, Corbin right now is going with a quick huddle and really moving the ball.
No huddle with the 2 wideouts going both ways. Pass out in the flats. It's caught down the right side of the field, tripped up by Brett Smith as that was to Creekmore. And Creekmore probably got there about 5 on the play. This will be 2nd and 5 for the Redhounds.
Yeah, they're just doing the quick passes on that out in the flats and letting the runners get what they can get.
Same formation. Stevens' backfield this time off to Estep down the left side, falls forward for another Letcher County Farm Bureau first down, all the way down to about the 23-yard line, gain of 12.
I mean, that's the same play 4 times in a row. They run it 2 to each side of the field. I mean, then they're going to keep running until the Cougars find a way to stop it.
Same formation, this time handoff to Stevens. It was 2 wideouts both ways. Stevens gets up to the Cougar about 19 and tackled by a couple of Cougars there, and Howard and Smith there in on the tackle. And so it'll be 2nd and about 6 for the Redhounds.
Yeah, I mean, right now the Cougars are really struggling on being able to stop the ball at the line of scrimmage. That was probably their best stand in the last 4 or 5 plays right there.
And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. No scoring in the third quarter. Corbin leads it 28-0 over Letcher County Central. We'll step out for 60 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
And we're back here with the Corbin Redhounds on the ball. Edom's back in shotgun position, and
28-0 your score here is the handoff there to Eastep. Doesn't get too far there. Assume we check that Stevens. They had that same formation with 2 wideouts both ways. 11:50 remaining, and Letcher Central had a chance to score there at the end of the third quarter, but they kept the Redhounds out of the red zone.
Yeah, like I said, they're playing a little better ball, but it's just not getting the results they want.
2 wideouts both ways. Stevens now goes to the left. Out the spread formation here. Going to be a fake handoff. Stevens. Oh, wide open is Eastep. Eastep, that'll be a Letcher County Farm Bureau first down. So it'll be 1st and goal at about the 6.
And Corbin's still in their hurry-up offense. They're not giving the Cougars defense any time to rest at all.
11:18 to go here in the fourth quarter. 28-0. Corbin on top. 1 wide out each way. Stevens to the right of Elam. And Stevens bounces out left and can't get anywhere and brought down in the backfield. And there's a flag that comes in late.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Colton Stidham did get an incredible tackle. This may be personal foul on the Cougars.
Yeah, they got Sam Webb for a late hit, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, as soon as Stevens brought him down, Stidham, we saw the flag throw out right away. That was a great tackle, though, by Stidham.
It was a nice open field tackle. But they got to understand us big boys like me and Sam, once we get everything moving, we can't stop on a dime.
Webb will come out, and hustling out there for him will be Gavin Martin, the junior. And here's the word from the official. Okay. So no flag on the play. So no gain for Corbin. And now this will bring up 2nd and goal for the Redhounds.
So Sam, I have to take that back. You was able to stop you if you hadn't got pushed.
Same formation, 1 wide out both ways. This time Stevens to the left of Elam, and Stevens is going to get it, and he gets a few yards. This will bring up 3rd and goal for the Redhounds, tackled by a host of Cougars at about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, the Cougars are trying to keep them from scoring again right here, but Corbin, like I said, again, in a hurry-up offense, they line up on the ball and get the play from the sideline. Ready to roll.
1 out both ways. 10:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. 28-0. Corbin on top. This is the first district game for both teams. Other 2 teams in this district, Whitley County and Perry County Central. Stevens goes right to left. 1 wide out both ways. They go with Stevens. Stevens goes outside to the right and goes untouched into the end zone. And that is the Hatton and Watts scoring drive for the Corbin Redhounds. 34-0 now is your score here in the fourth quarter.
Again, that was just a foot race to the pylons, and the running back already had a head of steam, and there was no catching him. I mean, they didn't even put a hand on him at all.
And the Redhounds, SEMA out there for the extra point, it looks like, for Corbin. And Corbin will make it 35-0 if they can get this. If not, it'll stay 34-0.
Well, I don't want to jinx the young man, but he's 100% for this season at PAT.
And you being the mathematician would know that, and he stays perfect. 35-0 Corbin will step out for 30 seconds here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Okay, we're back here getting ready for the kickoff and the fourth quarter with Corbin leading 36-0 with 10:04 left in the game. And I was watching some of the sidelines over there when they score. They hold up a board with someone on top of it doing push-ups for the number of points they have on the board. That young man just did 35 push-ups being suspended in midair.
Oh, they do that like they do at the Kentucky games. And check that it is, because we would have a running clock, but Corbin opted to not go for the 2. So it is 35-0 with 10:04 remaining here in the fourth quarter. But still, that's a lot of push-ups, Mark. You want to try to outdo him on that, maybe?
No, sir, not.
By the way, you just got back from vacation on fall break. How was vacation?
It was really peaceful. We were able to spend 3 or 4 days as a family. We rented us a little cabin up in the hollow down there and did some shopping and went to Dollywood and just had a good family time.
Smith on the return at about the 2, comes out. He's got some room. Smith down the left side. He's got 1 minute to beat, and he's going to be brought down out of bounds, but an excellent return there. SEMA, the kicker, gets him out of bounds, and a great run all the way to the 49-yard line. So, wow, big gain there of about 47 yards, and the Cougars will have it in their own territory, but very close to Redhound territory.
Yeah, that's the first time all night that Smith's been able to get to the outside. And if SEMA hadn't laid back as a kicker and saved that, he'd score.
And the officials there, I do agree there on the sideline warning there, SEMA kind of taunted Smith after the tackle, so good call there by the officials. 9 minutes to go. So I guess with the new rule there, Mark Young, they do start the clock on 35. Someone had told me that, the running clock, because I thought it was 36, but looks like they started on 35. KHSAA must have made a rule change this summer. 2 wideouts both ways. Pass out to Kinzer. Kinzer up, brought out of bounds there by none other than Brooks. But still a gain of 6, and this will be 2nd and 4 for the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, they're just a quick pass to the sidelines, get what you can get, and get out of bounds.
Quick score update. Whitley County 14, Perry Central 0.
It's big because that's who the Cougars play next week, and then Whitley County is their last home game of the regular season this year. 2 wideouts both ways, 1 wideout to the right. Holbrook on the keeper. It's going to fall forward, and that's going to be enough for a Letcher County Farm Bureau first down. And it'll be at the 38 is where they're going to put 39. So Cougars with another chance to get a scoring opportunity here.
Absolutely. Cougars got a little bit of momentum going here, and it would be a lot of a boost for their ego is to go down and drive this in and score.
Definitely with 7:45 to play. Holbrook runs out to his teammates and get ready to break the huddle here. Thank you for the score there, Matt. 14-0, Whitley County over Perry County Central. Of course, when Letcher plays Whitley County, that will be senior night and homecoming night. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Back to the right. Check that was 3. Here's Holbrook. He's going to go for Smith. Smith has his man beat. And again, right there, he's been there all night. Brooks well played down the left side. Smith had the jump, but Brooks stayed with him, extended that arm, and knocked it away. This will bring up 3rd down, I believe, or for the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, again, that was well thrown ball, well run route. Defensive player was just able to get there and get his hand in to break it up at the last second. Great play on both sides of the ball.
Check that 2nd and 10. I think that's now the 3rd or 4th pass Brooks has broken up tonight for the Redhounds. We're going to have 2 wideouts both ways. Williams to the right of Holbrook. 6:45 and the clock ticking. 35-0. Corbin on top. Good snap to Holbrook. Here comes the pressure, but right in the backfield for Corbin to wrap up the tackle is none other than Miles Marlowe. And that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Cougars at the Corbin 47.
Yeah, Corbin's put some trash alignment in there, and I think that they may be a step or two quicker than the Cougars linemen that's been in there the whole game. So, I mean, they just went around that time and shut it down before he had the chance to get rid of the ball.
And that's what we talked about, Mark Young, all night. The Redhounds have been in that Cougar backfield, and it's caused a whole lot of problems. There's trips to the left, 2 wideouts to the right. No one in the backfield but with Holbrook. Holbrook looking. Here comes the pressure on the right side, and the sack by none other on the edge was by Jonah Mahan. And that is going, we got a Letcher County player down. Check that, Jonah Mahan, and that's Stamper again, but he's up. But before Holbrook is brought all the way back to the 40, this makes it 4th and 33 for the Cougars. And wow, just the speed of Corbin there, nothing you can do.
No, I mean he just blitzed on the outside edge and went uncontested all the way back and from behind made a big loss on the play.
Brett Smith back to punt. 5:18 remaining in the ball game. East step back to receive for the Redhounds. Good crowd still on hand here tonight. They had senior night here to open the festivities at Corbin. Good snap. Here comes the pressure again. Mahan. Oh, and Smith is going to keep it. He's got to go down the left side. Gets out to the 45, close to midfield. Brought out of bounds by the Redhounds, and that'll be a turnover and downs as Silas Mahan gets it on him, and now nothing you could do there for the Cougars as the pressure just got back there. The other Mahan got back to Smith. That was Jonah, and there was just nothing Brett Smith could do.
No. If he'd have kicked it, it'd been blocked. So he took it and got the best that he could get out of it, which is almost a half field.
4:25 remaining in the ball game. Corbin will have it at the Cougar 49, Be 1st and 10. If you're the Cougars here tonight, they have really, on a few drives here, Mark, have moved the ball well. It's just the speed of that defensive Corbin that's just been able to just cause just a little bit of problems.
Yeah, I mean, they have been all night long. They've really scrambled up the linemen. They've substituted quite a bit here at the second half. So
Mason Salmon's in at quarterback. The pass is complete, and there's a flag thrown at the 48-yard line of Corbin.
Yeah, that's a face mask back here in the backfield with Smith, so they'll attack that on the end.
Well, they got it down there at the 28. It's going to be a 5-yard face mask. Good eyes there, Mark Young. So Mason Salmons, the sophomore, in at quarterback right now for the Corbin Redhounds. And they put a whole new lineup in here. Is lining up to him on the right side now will be Clay Atkins. Had that fumble earlier, but the recovery on the kickoff, and Atkins is met right away at about the 21-yard line, maybe a gain of 2. 3:08 remaining in the game. 35-0 Corbin on top.
Yeah, I mean, at this juncture of the game, you're seeing a lot of substitutions on both sides, getting some kids some reps on the ball and giving them that experience that carry them into the future.
Creekmore out there for the Redhounds, as well as Eli Petrowski. Looking, Salmon's throws, pass intended for Petrowski, incomplete at about the 16-yard line. This will be now 3rd and 8 at the Letcher County 31, 2:35 remaining in the ballgame.
Again, the Cougars are playing the same type defense that they've played all night. Just with these younger players and stuff out there, they're playing even ball with them. And with some of those experienced players that they had out there earlier, Corbin was just outmanning.
And the flag forgot me to say this. That was a Letcher County Farm Bureau first down a little while ago for Corbin. Is the pass or the run there on the left side going forward, fighting out of bounds there is Clay Adkins. It'll be about 4th down. I think he got down to about the 18 or so. So it'll be 4th and about 5 for Corbin with 1:58 to go, leading it 35-0.
Yeah, and of course they're going to be going for it here. So the Cougars have to make a stand right here.
So they mark it 4th and 3 officially, Mark.
I mean, Cougars want to keep them from scoring again, I'm sure.
Salmons under center with 2 wideouts going both ways. He fakes the handoff, rolls right. Salmons has room. He throws it, has a man wide open. Pass intended for Creekmore down the right side. Can't get it to go, and the ball is turned over on downs with 1.5 to go. It still stays 35-0 Corbin.
That has to be something that the Cougars can build on, him being able to make a stop. I mean, and make them turn it over on downs. With a minute to go in the game, or just a few ticks over a minute, I'm sure the Cougars are going to run their traditional offense and see what happens.
Corbin will go to 6-1 on the season, 1-0 in district play. Letcher County Central will fall to 3-4 and go 0-1 in district play with under a minute remaining. And it's back to off week here on the road at Corbin. Now you got another road game next week against Perry County Central. 2 wideouts both ways. Handoff to Williams from Holbrook. And Williams is going to fall forward out to about the 20-yard line. So a gain of 4 on the play, 35 seconds remaining. But still, you move forward. You were able to move the ball a few times against Corbin. Besides the kickoff gaff, they've been playing it pretty well outside of that one penalty there just a little bit ago. But if you're the Cougars, you definitely can see some positive things from this Redhounds game.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure when they go back and study the film, they'll see a lot of positives. They'll see some negatives as well, but they'll see, I think, more positives than they will negatives.
Definitely. Handoff to Williams. Gains probably about a yard. That'll be the last play of the game, and that'll be it. Your final score, Corbin Redhounds 35, the Letcher County Central Cougars 0. We'll step out for 2 minutes here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
$35-0 here from Campbell Field in Corbin, Kentucky, as the Redhounds defeat the Letcher County Central Cougars. They go to 6-1 on the season. The Cougars go to 3-4. We'll look at the scoring for you. It was Cole Stevens in the first quarter. He had scored with 1:21 left, and that was from 2 yards out. The extra point was good by Sema. Also, Stevens had another touchdown there in the first quarter. That was from 68 yards out. That was the first score of the game, and the extra point was good. Stevens also scored another one in the second quarter, and it was 21-0. But then Cam Estep, he was the one that had the 68-yarder. My apologies. Stevens had the 58-yarder. And then on top of that, the last one here in the third quarter, fourth quarter, Colton Creekmore with the touchdown. And that's how Corbin got all 35 of their points, and with the extra points as well by SEMA. And Letcher County Central Farm Bureau first downs, we want to thank you. They were big on commitment, big on Kentucky, and big on Letcher County. I want to thank Hatton and Watts Law Office for all of our scoring plays. They are located in Whitesburg. Attorneys Jamie Hatton, Michael Watts, and Nick Whitaker, proudly representing car wreck and personal injury victims throughout the mountains. And now it brings us to our Buckhorn Children and Family Services players of the game. And for over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services have brought healing and hope to families across Kentucky, from addiction recovery to foster care. They help families grow stronger, healthier, and more independent. And Mark Young, for the Corbin Redhounds, we, of course, chose Cole Stevens as the offensive player of the game. And for Letcher County Central, the offensive player of the game, the senior Dawson Kinkser.
Well, yeah, I mean, offense and defense. So Dawson had actually made 2 or 3 tackles in open field that prevented Corbin from scoring. So kudos to both those young men. They done well. One of the scores that we have in here with about 8 minutes left, Prairie County has scored. The score is 7-14 over Whitley.
Wow.
Whitley's up by 14-7.
Yeah, 14-7. That's a big score there and that's a game to watch and to see how that one turns out. I believe that one's over there in Whitley County, and we'll see what happens there, because that's big. And I'll just say this really quick. We've already talked about this game, and in a nutshell, what it was Letcher County had 3 opportunities to really get in. They were in the red zone for Corbin and had the opportunity to score, and just came out a little bit short on that. But Corbin's backfield their rush was able to get there all night against the Cougars. Outside of the kickoff situation that happened that Kobe Atkins got late for Corbin later on, he fumbled the ball, and Letcher County forced a big turnover. And another thing, too, outside of some late penalties, Letcher Central, both teams really played a disciplined game tonight, Mark.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, we had a couple of turnovers is all. You had, 6 or 7 flags the entire ball game, and most of those were encroachment calls, just trying to time the snap.
Yeah, turnover on downs, but, and even as much as Holbrook was rushed and everything, held on to the ball, didn't throw an interception, no fumble from any of the players. And now, really quick, as Perry Central's down on the road here, 14-7, really quick, Mark, next week, that's going to be a big game for the Cougars, because now you got Perry Central on the road. They won there 2 years ago, and then won 2 years ago before that down there. So you've got that going on, and now you got to go there, and that's not an easy place to play there at East Perry. The crowd's always in it, and, it's just a really tight game. And it looks like, the Cougars, they're going to have to need that game to get the win to not only have their first win of the district, but try to at least secure a home playoff game.
Yeah, and, I think, like we said earlier, they'll be able to watch this game film and see a lot of positives and things to build on. And they have to take what they learned here, the positives, and correct any errors that they saw. But they have to get ready for Prairie Central. This one's over with.
Yep.
They have to use it as a springboard to get ready for next week.
And nobody, thankfully, I know we saw a couple of Letcher players roughed up a little bit tonight, but it looks like all of them are good, no injuries. And that's, before we go here, I do want to say this. That's one of the things you want to make sure that you can be able to do on the road against a team like Corbin, is that you come out of this game, win or lose, and you make sure you do not have anybody injured.
Yeah, that, especially your key players, you definitely don't want anyone injured, but your key players, we've had that time and time again this year, and that's why our record doesn't reflect how well the boys have played. We're just now getting everybody back and getting everybody healthy, and hopefully we can finish out the season strong.
Well, Mark, I've enjoyed this game with you tonight. Enjoyed the drive down with you and Matt. Looking forward to that back. Want to give a great shout out to our producer, Matt Hammonds, and just all
Matt
he
Hammonds.
does.
Matthew Hudson.
Hudson, sorry. Second time I've done that, Hudson. But I'm just getting to know you, sir. So
I
no, it's all good. But my apologies there, Matt Hudson. But seriously, man, you always do a great job, and can't thank you enough. And Bluegrass Sports Nation for having me along for this. And Mark, as always, enjoy doing the games with you. And I hope you have a really great one next week, because that's going to be a fun game to watch, Perry and Letcher.
Yeah, it should be. It should be a really good game.
Everyone be safe driving home. Have a great weekend. God bless. And next time on Bluegrass Sports Nation, have a great night.